Hi Mike, Ben from Be Active Peterborough here. So I just always do a quick video after my first nutrition session with a client, just so I can give you a real good idea of actually where we're going to move on from here. Because the thing is with weight loss is it's all about trying to make sure you really understand kind of what's going on. And I know I tend to waffle on a bit, so I think it's easier in a video because you can stop me and start me, and you can write down the notes and this kind of stuff. So first stage, and what we're going to do for the next 2 weeks, is we've got to try and find a healthy calorific ceiling for you to sit at. The way we do this is, hypothetically speaking for this video, on our next session we'll show you how to find that calorific ceiling properly. I touched on it briefly last time, but it's as straightforward as this. If that is 2,000 calories, let's say, where people go wrong is if I take you straight away, because we're on a diet, down to 1,500 calories, it's not maintainable, and diets definitely aren't the way to go with this. It's healthy we want to try and concentrate on. So if I take you right down to 1,500 calories, that 500 calorie deficit that you're in now might be a bit too much for your body to handle. But here's where it gets really interesting and why it won't work. I'm also asking you to exercise. So not only is there a 500 calorie debt, but now we're moving a bit more. It might only be 300-400 calories, but there's an extra debt added on top of that. It's all about controlling your body's hormonal function and hormonal ability to regulate healthily. And if you're stressed out because your calorie intake is way too low and you're exercising more, your internal fat, the stuff that really needs to go, will never get released because it's there as a bit of a rainy day fund. And the only way to get rid of that is producing the correct hormones. Leptin, you should have read about that one by now, it's in your book. It will make sure that your body starts to release that stuff. But if you're too much in a calorie deficit, that won't happen. But here's the thing, 2,000 calories, if I then went, right Mike, let's try and increase your calories and took you up to, let's say, 3,000 calories, leptin still won't be present. Your body still won't release that fat because you're overeating. You're in too much of a calorie surplus. No matter how much you exercise, you're just not going to burn off enough calories to start getting your body to burn fat. So how truly we do this is health. So let's say we're at 2,000. We will track your weight for 2 weeks at 2,000 calories, and it's important you try to keep as consistent as you can in this time. And I don't want you counting calories every day. Just use the app once or twice a week just to make sure. It's not an exact science, so you shouldn't be measuring every day because it's just inconvenient. But making sure you're applying as quick as you can what I've told you about foods that are high in density and foods that are low in density, and avoiding a lot of the processed foods. But from there, what we can then start to do is gradually track back off your calorific ceiling. So if 2,000 calories is you healthy, thinking straight, feeling good, and you think, yeah, I could maintain that, we'll then track back 100 calories. Give it 2 weeks and I'll weigh you again. If you're gradually starting to lose weight there and you feel good, we're halfway there. Then when we start to move a bit more, do you still feel good? Do you still consistently start to lose weight? Then we know we're starting to get there. And all you do is do this in periods. So then what you do is when we find a number, we'll say 4 or 5 pounds. Then we go through that same 2 week cycle again where we do a bit of what's called a refeed, where allow your body to recover a bit, make up that calorific debt, and then we might knock you back down 100 calories. Do that for a couple of weeks, track your weight, watch your weight gradually come down, and then for 2 weeks, take you back to 2,000 again. And as we do that, your body's getting into a little bit of a system. It's starting to learn that you're consistently giving it the right amount of calories. And every time you miss it a little, it taps into your internal fat because you've taught your body to do it by eating lower density foods that are high fibrous and are helpful for regulating fat into your body. I hope that's helpful and I hope that makes sense, Mike. I will look forward to seeing you on Monday. Ben from Be Active Peterborough. Let's get some weight off.